We're finally starting with our Twilight Princess videos. We've been looking forward to making these videos. Our first video includes some of the weirdest and coolest enemies we could find in Twilight Princess. So, we're the owners of Triforce, I'm owner 2, and this is our top 5 coolest and weirdest enemies in Twilight Princess. These strange creatures live in the water. The Toadpoli, as they are named, act like Octoroks from previous 3D Zelda games, coming up from the water and shooting at you. They wear some kind of strange helmet on their head, which adds to the weirdness of these creatures. This creature is far from the weirdest, though. Nintendo always seemed to make the Stalfos look so cool. These Stalfos certainly aren't the coolest of them, but they still look awesome. Undead creatures are always cool, right? The Stalfos carry a sword and a shield, isn't really a threat, and they're pretty weak to bomb barrels. But all that aside, awesome enemy. These creatures aren't exactly a new addition to this game, but it sure is one weird enemy. Torch Slug looks weirder than it did in, say, Ocarina of Time. It isn't really a special enemy, so there isn't much to say about them. Looks weird, acts weird, what else to say? Oh my, another skeleton right after the Stalfos. The Stalhound is a new enemy in Twilight Princess and was most likely introduced because there's a wolf form of Link, so why not the hound form of the Stalfos? Pretty neat design on these two, really looks like a skeleton dog. Just like the Stalfos, these doesn't really pose a big threat and are easy to kill, but the fact that there is also a skeleton version of a dog or a wolf, I'm not really sure if it actually is a dog even though the name is Stalhound, it pretty much makes it awesome. You meet these enemies in the Lakebed Temple. When you first meet these enemies, they will jump into a bubble. You can either use the claw shot to get them out, or use a bomb arrow to destroy their bubble. But I really wonder who accepted these designs into this game. Chu Worm looks like a bug with the face of the devil, who jumps into a bubble as soon as he sees you. Pretty weird. The pose can be seen in many Zelda games. They usually looks like simple ghosts, but damn, in this game there's something else. I'm not saying the pose in other games look boring or bad, but these poses just look at them. This pose actually looks pretty creepy. There are two types of pose. The impo, which is required for the Poe hunting side quest. Then you have the big pose, which can only be found in Arbiter's Ground. This pose is very similar to the pose in the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. You have to defeat 4 of them to advance. Both of them looks pretty cool, but the big Poe is the coolest. The Moldorms were already weird enough from the beginning, but this doesn't exactly look like a Moldorm. This Moldorm looks more like something from a sci-fi game, not a fantasy game. I'm not really sure if we're actually playing Zelda or Metroid? These enemies are actually pretty important in this game. The Shadow Beasts play a big role, as I said, to be able to progress further into the game. But why did we pick the Shadow Beasts? Because they're awesome, that's why. Well, the more detailed version. They are a race from the Twilight Realm, which is pretty cool. They open up portals for you to fast travel around the world of Hyrule. You mostly fight more than one Shadow Beast. The cool part about this is that the last one standing will eventually revive the others if not defeated. So, as I said about the Chu Worm, I wonder who accepted these kinds of design into the game. Bomskit looks like something I've never seen before. A creature with a head, eyes, some kind of mouth, and those legs. Why is their legs so long? They run around like some kind of bird, but it certainly doesn't look like a bird. Another thing, why do they crap out bombs? Could someone please explain this? Well, we already covered one of the enemies we mostly put in our lists, but there is one we haven't talked about yet. How would our list be complete without the ReDeads? The ReDead Knight, as they're called, in Twilight Princess aren't as creepy as the ReDeads from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask and Wind Waker, but damn do they look so much cooler. It's a neat combination between ReDead and Gyarados, since they got bandages around some part of their bodies. As usual, the ReDead stun you with their terrifying screams. This time though, they don't grab you and try to strangle you to death. They actually use a sword to try and kill you. They aren't easy to spot either. First, they start by laying on the ground, waiting for you to walk closer to them. When you're close enough, they will rise up, which by the way, looks really cool, and drag its sword towards you. Not the most creepy ReDead, but definitely the most awesome.